In today's video, we are going to talk about how you can start a tree farm in Africa and how much money you can make from it. But before you start, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified for future videos. Tree farm is a very lucrative business and you can make up around $100,000 per year with tree farming. So how do tree farmers make money? It is plain and simple. Tree farmers make money by selling trees or products from trees. While this is the same for all tree farmers, how they go about it varies greatly. The best system for you depends on your growth, location, climate, and funding. Here are the most popular ways to make money growing trees. Number 1. Tree nursery. A nursery is a business that propagates, grows, and sells young trees and shrubs. Some nurseries start plants from seeds, and others start with seedlings or cuttings. Depending on the plant, season, and market, trees and shrubs can be sold at different ages. For example, a fruit tree can be sold at the 1, 3, 5, or 10-year mark. Customers who want the lowest upfront cost will buy young trees from a nursery, whereas ones that prefer seed and convenience at a higher price will get mature trees. This rolling sales cycle makes tree nurseries a unique and flexible business. If your plants don't sell, they don't go to waste and you don't lose money. They just appreciate in value and roll over into a new sales tier. Remember, tree nurseries can be part of many different tree farms, but a nursery in itself isn't for producing any products from trees, just the plants themselves. Number 2. Fruit and nut trees. One of the most obvious ways to make money farming trees is to grow specific types that produce high-value food products like fruits and nuts. Most people are familiar with the concept of an orchard or a plot of land explicitly used for trees that produce food products. There are many ways to make money with an orchard, but no matter what, your business will revolve around specific food products. Let's use apples as an example. Depending on the climate in your area and your local market, there are dozens of varieties you can choose from. Once you choose the variety, you need to connect with a tree nursery and invest in some seedlings. Once you get those young trees in the ground or pots, it will be several years before they start producing fruit. Alternatively, you can buy older trees for a premium or even buy an existing fruit nut operation with trees that are already fruiting. Once trees come to maturity, they will continue to bear fruit for many years. This is when you start to make back your initial investment. With the products you harvest from your trees, you can do loads of things. With apples, you can sell them fresh to stores, sell them at a farmer's market, have customers come to your site to pick them, or process them into cider, juice, or snacks. Number 3. Trees for wood and fiber. Believe it or not, plant trees specifically for wood can be incredibly lucrative. There is a high demand for many types of wood, and most of the work comes up front, after which it's mostly a waiting game. Specialty woods are used to make furniture and instruments, while other wood, usually easier to grow, is in high demand for industrial use or as construction material. Fibers from many trees are used for clothing, rope, or crafting. Planting forests on your property is an excellent long-term investment. It will take years for the trees to grow, often 25 years or more. But the profits are enormous, and they don't take much day-to-day work. Many farmers use this method to set themselves up for retirement or legacy purposes. Once your timber trees are mature and ready for sale, the best option is to sell them via a woodlot harvest. You can find buyers and programs through your state's forestry or natural resources division or extensions at local universities. Additionally, you can hire a professional forestry consultant. These agents can advise you on tree planting. Once you contact a buyer, they will usually hire workers and machinery to come to your property and harvest the wood as a part of the agreement. Number 4. Landscaping trees. Another great option is to grow trees for landscaping. Ornamental trees and shrubs, and ones that provide shade, are always in high demand. Trees like Japanese maple, star magnolia, crabapple, flowering dogwood, sugar maple, arbor vitae, blue spruce, and desert willow add beauty and color to the landscape. Shrubs like rose, holly, lilac, azalea, flowering quince, and spirea have a smaller footprint with beautiful flowers perfect for front yards. These trees and shrubs can be sold to garden supply centers, directly to customers, or sold wholesale to landscaping companies. The sheer volume of plants that a successful landscaping company goes through makes working with them an incredible lucrative opportunity if you can meet their demand. Landscaping trees can also be used to lower a building's heating costs in the summer. The shade of a tree isn't just the perfect place for a picnic, it can block the sun's rays from beaming on the side of a house, which significantly raises the indoor temperature and leads to more expensive and eco-harming energy consumption. Many homeowners know this and will pay top dollar for great shade trees to make their yard and home more comfortable and efficient. So what's needed to start a tree farm? What you need to start a farm and how it will ultimately run depends on many factors. For example, do you have many acres of land or only a small plot? Will you plant trees in the ground or containers? Will you sell saplings, nuts, fruits, wood, or some combination of these? To make things simple, here's a list of everything you will need to start a tree farm, regardless of your goals. Number 1. Land. Whether you are growing in ground or in pot, you need a space for your plants to live and grow. This can be hundreds of acres or just a porch or backyard. Number 2. Soil. Next, you need fertile soil. For in-ground planting, you ideally want a balanced soil type without many rocks. If you are growing in pots, you can buy the perfect soil for your plants online or from a store, but you can expect to pay a premium for it. Number 3. Irrigation. All plants need water to live. Some trees, like hardy types grown for wood, will grow well with nothing but rainfall, whereas others need control and constant watering. Plastic drip irrigation is the best option for most growers. Depending on the size of your operation, you may want to dig a well on your property to provide the water. Number 4. Seeds, cuttings, or seedlings. Most growers buy young trees and mature them on site. You can get these from a local nursery, buy them online, or grow them yourself. Once you have your initial crop of trees, you can propagate future trees from your own cuttings, saving loads of money in the long run. If you plan on growing in pots, the containers you use and the soil you fill them with will be another large consideration. Also, many growers can benefit from a greenhouse for plant propagation. Lastly, basic gardening and farming tools are needed. Things like pruning shears, hoes, and rakes will come in handy. So guys, you see that a tree farm in Africa is a very profitable business. But before you jump into that, you need to make sure that you have a wholesale buyers for your products to prevent them from perishing when they are ready. And one of the tools we use to find wholesale buyers, it's LinkedIn. I therefore invite you to click on the link below this video to join our accelerated training in digital marketing, and we will show you step by step how to find wholesale buyers for your products online.